Just came back home. Not even home. This isn't even my home. This is my office. I'm here so much I start calling this home. Just came back to the office after the gym. I have one more call for today with a prospect, and then I can finally go home and eat. And today has been a very, very productive day. Woke up, came straight to the office, cold shower, coffee, eggs, straight to the office, worked, talked with a lot of new developers from my AI agency. I'm looking for one. And after that, took some other calls, made some content and did some client work, right? And then after that, ate my meal, went to the gym. Now I'm back here again and I'm about to take another call. And then once I'm done, I'll go home, shower, eat, and then sleep. And I realized, like, I was sitting here, I have 30 minutes before the next call, and I was sitting here and I was thinking, I was like, what the fuck? My life is so boring. Like, my life is so boring. If someone looks at my life, it is so fucking boring because all I do is I work, I train, I sleep. I work, I train, I sleep every day. Every day. Even though I'm making 20K a month, 30K a month, 10K a month, I'm still on the same routine. And honestly, this is what it takes. Okay, if you want to hit 30K months, 20K months, 10K months, whatever, this is what it takes. Isolation. Living the boring life and not having too many activities besides work. You shouldn't, like, for me, in my head, it's like I shouldn't wake up and look forward to anything else than working. That should be my, like, main focus, and going to the gym, and that's it. I shouldn't have in my head that I'm gonna go out with that person or this person. I'm gonna watch this series on Netflix, or hang out with that girl or whatever. Because in my head, I know myself. I tested a lot of things. I tried having people in my life, being social, all of that shit. For me, I perform the best when I am completely alone, completely isolated, not talking to, people, and not having, like, it's not that I can't get friends and, like, because right now I have no fucking social life. I don't. It's not that I can't get friends or shit like that. It's not that. I'm not some school shooter who's some weird kid who just sits on the corner. I'm not that person. I can talk. I have social skills. Okay? But the thing is, I don't want to talk to anyone. Like, literally. Not because I'm arrogant and think, bro, I'm better than you, I'm not going to talk to you. Just because I just want to be in my own lane. I just want to be in my own head, just get fucking rich, and then I can think about social life and networking and things like that. Right now, I know I just don't want to give my energy to anything else than working and training, because that is what has been working for me in the past. When I went complete isolation, didn't talk to a lot of people, just worked, put my head down, and all I had was training, work, training, work, training, work. That's when I started hitting 30K months. That's when I started hitting 20K months. That's when I started hitting 10K months. That's when my income changed. Because I just locked the fuck in. I didn't talk to anyone. There was no outsiders in my life. There was no leechers. I wasn't getting distracted by anyone or anyone's else's problems, or talking about bullshit. Going around with friends playing fucking FIFA and talking like about, I don't know, girls, or going out to the club and shit like that. That's when my life changed the most. That's when I made the most progress. Complete isolation. And for some people, yes, this may not suit you. Maybe you have wife and kids. Maybe you have to go to your 9 to 5 and you have to focus, or you have to be social. But for me, I can't be social. Like, being social for me, it's like, what I think in my head is like, I wake up with 100% brain points, and all of those brain points should go to work so I can get the most out of it. Because I only have a limited amount of brain points. If I give my brain points on like having a social life and things like that, I won't be able to give 100% to my work. And I know it's very extreme. This is not for everyone. This is probably controversial, and you're probably thinking, what the fuck, bro? Chill out. You have friends or whatever. You're young, bro. Enjoy your life. I completely get you. I completely get what you mean. I completely understand where you're coming from and all of that. But for me, I want to squeeze the most out of the time I have right now. I'm 23 years old. I just turned 23. And I want to be fucking, I want to be a maniac. I don't give a fuck about friends and, having a social life and all that. I just want to make the most out of my young years. So when I'm like 25, 26, I'm a millionaire. Like, I can retire if I want. I won't retire. I will never retire. But 20, 25, 26, I'm at the level where like people who are 40 years old are. Some people, yeah, they want to, use their young years, their, young early 20s to explore the world and, I don't know, party or whatever. I get you. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you what you should do. Oh, bro, only working is the only thing you should do. I get you. Like, this is not for everyone. Just being completely isolated and living a fucking boring life, having no social life, it's not for everyone. I understand you. You can do whatever you want. But for me, at least, and if you want to hit those big numbers and you actually want to do something in your life, which is like not having a 9 to 5 and having a real business which generates you money and building a brand and all of that shit, then you can be balancing your life with, friends and, barbecue party. Yay, everyone is wearing yellow and now we're going to eat barbecue. Yay, like, you can't do that if you want to hit 30, 40, 50, 60, 70K months, 100K months. You can't do that. You have to be fully focused. Because honestly, yes, getting to 10K a month isn't hard, but at the same time, it is hard, especially in the beginning. When you're just starting your AI agency or just starting your new business, it is hard in the beginning. And it requires a lot of focus. It requires you to focus a fuck ton. So if you're splitting your focus, you're giving 50% to your business, 10% to your friends, 10% to the Netflix series you're watching, another 10% to, the party you go to on Fridays, then you will only get 50% of the results. But let's say for 3 months, you cut out everything. I'm not telling you to just go fucking, it's not going to be the rest of your life. Just going to, not do anything and just sit in a basement and work. 3 months, 6 months. The winter is coming now. Next 3-6 months, I swear, if you just put your head down and you don't do the bullshit and you don't think, oh bro, I'm bored, man. I just want to go party. If you don't do all of that bullshit and you just ignore your feelings for a while and you just lock in and put your head down and stop thinking about social life and all of that shit, I promise you, you're going to make so much fucking progress. So much progress you're going to make is going to change your life. That's what happened to me. 3 months. I've been in entrepreneurship for 4 years. Last 3 months, I locked the fuck in, bro. I was like, this is the last chance I have. This is the last thing I have. Because I was running out of money and I was desperate for money back then. And I knew if I didn't make it, I would have to go and work a 9 to 5. And I was already applying for 9 to 5s and I wasn't getting 9 to 5s either. I wasn't even getting jobs. So that was like, okay, fuck this friend shit, fuck this I never partied, I never did shit like that. But I cut out everything. All I did was just fucking work. Deleted TikTok from my phone, Instagram, all of that shit. And I just worked. There was nothing else for 3 months than just me working. And that's when I went from $0 to 30K, which was my highest month last month. If I were doing the hybrid shit, working a little bit and then, going home eating cookies and, smoking weed sometimes and, sometimes partying, it's okay. You got to live your life. I wouldn't be at 30K a month. I wouldn't be here sitting about how to make 30K a month and all of that shit. So that is what worked for me. And that is what works for most people. A lot of people want to cope and say, yeah, bro, you don't need to go completely isolated. Alex Hormozy eats ice creams and he watches Netflix. He's been in business for fucking 20 years. You're new. Yes, you can do that in 20 years. You can do that, bro. Even me now. You know, when I hit 30K a month, last month, or this was actually 2 months ago now, I started to, take the foot off from the pedal. And I started chilling and I started, buying new stuff. This couch I bought, like I bought a lot of other things, like completely changed the interior of my office. And I, started buying new MacBook, and I bought a car, and I bought some, watches. I bought new things, tables and carpets and all of that. I started to, work less and all of that shit. I started to do it, and yes, I lost a little bit of momentum, but that's how it is. That's how it is. You don't work 12 months 100%. That's not possible. No one can do that unless you're a robot, right? That's how it is in entrepreneurship. For 3-6 months, you work very hard. You don't do anything else. You remove all distractions. You work, and then there is a season where you enjoy the fruits of your labor, where you enjoy the money you made. You can go on a vacation. You can buy some new stuff. Of course, you don't go and party and blow your money, but you basically enjoy the fruits of your labor, right? I did that for the last month. I done that. And now I'm back again. I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to get back to work. So I cut out everything now again, and now I'm back at it. And that's how it goes. Now I know the next 3 months, next 6 months, I'm gonna make a shit ton of more progress with my agency, with my personal brand, with my coaching, with my training, with my diet, with my everything. So that's how it goes. But you need the periods of isolation. You can't be balancing your life and thinking, yeah, it's all cool. I'm just going to balance it all. You can't balance it right now. You don't have the skill. You're not fucking 50 years old. Okay? You can't. You just can't. Okay? You got to admit to yourself that, yes, I can balance it, but then I won't get 100% of the results. It's better if I, work 3 months, 100%, and then I can, work 50% the next 3 months, but at least the first 3 months I gave it 100%, and I made something. I built the brand, or I built something. You're gonna get some kind of result. So that is how it goes. Seasons. It's seasons in the game. You work. You you can let go of the pedal, but it depends where you are in your journey. If you're just starting out, you work for 1 month or 3 weeks, and then you're thinking you can relax. You don't fucking deserve to relax. What have you gained in 3 weeks or 1 month? Probably nothing. Probably even haven't gotten a client yet. You made $0. You only relax a little bit when you have made some progress. That's when you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. That is what fruits of your labor means. That you make some money, or you made something out of your work, and now you can enjoy it a little bit, and then you get back to work again. And that's how it goes. But the 3 months or the 6 months or the period or the season where you're gonna go 100% in, then you go 100% fucking in. It's not some hybrid type of shit. You can just chill out and in the nights I can smoke weed, or in the nighttime I can play FIFA or watch Netflix or whatever. No. 3-6 months, you have to go fucking 100% insane, monk mode, whatever you want to call it, lock in, whatever you want to call it. That's what you need to do. And that's what's going to get you the results. All of the other bullshit, people telling you to, balance your life and all of that. Just look at those people. They're telling you to balance your life. Do you want to end up like them? You probably don't. You want to end up like people who go extreme, who go 100%. Right? That's the result you want. Then you're going to work like them. So for me, the next 3 months now, I made some money. I enjoyed it a little bit. I changed a couple of things around here. Enjoyed the fruits of my labor. Now I'm back again, locked in. Diet locked in, routine locked in, sleep locked in, working. Focus, and just putting my head down for the next 3-6 months, and then boom, I know what's gonna happen. I know I'm gonna make progress. I know what kind of numbers I'm gonna make. I know that. And then after that I can enjoy the fruits of my labor for a couple of months and then get back to work again. But now the next 3 to 6 months is gonna be fucking war. There's gonna be no hesitation, no holding back. It's gonna be straight up work. And as you're watching this, you should feel some inspiration. Because yes, if I'm doing 30K months and I'm still locking in and more focused than you and working more than you, then you should feel some shame and think like, because that's what I do. I look at people who are making 100K months and they're still working harder than me. And I'm like, bro, I'm here sitting and making 30K a month or 20K a month. But these people who are making 3 times more money than me are still working harder than me. And that's when I feel ashamed and I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I need to lock the fuck in. Sorry for my language. I know I swear a lot, but that's what happens when I just get passionate. So if I look at those people and I feel inspired to lock in and do more, then you should look at me and feel inspired and think I should do more. You shouldn't let me work harder than you because I already have more than you probably. I already made more progress than you. So that's it. That's how it works. You can't be balancing shit. You have seasons in this game. There's seasons where you lock in. There's seasons where you enjoy the fruits of your labor, and that's how it goes. That's how it is to be an entrepreneur. That's how it is to run a business. And if you want to hit 30K months, 10K months, 20K months, 15K months, this is how you gotta do it. If not, you probably haven't been doing it until now. Then where are you? Probably haven't hit 50K months or 30K months or 20K months. So lock in. If I'm locking in now, you should do the same thing. If you need help with building your AI agency and getting your first few clients, click the link down below, book a call with me. I am offering one-to-one mentorships where I'm one-to-one coaching my students on how to build and start their own AI agency. Everything from marketing it, getting leads, selling, everything. And it's only for the serious people. It's not also for people who are unserious. I don't know. If you're 100% serious, you've seen my work, you see what I do and all of that, click the link down below. There is limited spots. Click the link down below and apply if the spots are open.